In the heart of a bustling, modern city, amidst the never-ending hum of traffic and the constant chatter of people, there existed an unlikely sanctuary known as the Garden of Silence. This oasis of tranquility was not a grand park but a humble backyard garden hidden within the confines of a small, unassuming home. The garden belonged to an elderly man named Hiroshi. Hiroshi was a retired philosophy professor who had spent his youth traveling the world, seeking the answers to life's most profound questions. After years of exploration and adventure, he had returned to his childhood home, built this serene garden, and dedicated his life to the pursuit of inner peace. In the center of Hiroshi's garden stood a majestic cherry blossom tree. Its branches were heavy with delicate pink blossoms that swayed gently in the wind. Beneath the tree, a stone path wound its way around a koi pond, where colorful fish glided through the crystal-clear water. On the far side of the pond, a wooden bench invited visitors to sit and contemplate the beauty of nature. What made Hiroshi's garden truly remarkable, however, was its silent beauty. As visitors entered, they were asked to leave their smartphones and other devices behind. In this digital age, Hiroshi believed that silence was the most precious gift one could offer to themselves. The rules of the garden were simple: silence was to be observed. No words were spoken, and all electronic devices were left at the entrance. Visitors were encouraged to simply be present, to experience the garden with all their senses, and to listen to the symphony of nature. People from all walks of life were drawn to Hiroshi's garden, seeking refuge from the chaos of their daily routines. Some came in search of answers to life's questions, while others sought a moment of peace and reflection. Each visitor had a different story, a different journey, but all shared the same yearning for stillness. One day, a young woman named Maya entered the garden. She was a corporate executive whose life was defined by constant meetings, deadlines, and a never-ending stream of emails. Burned out and in search of meaning, she had heard of Hiroshi's garden from a friend. As Maya stepped into the garden, she felt the weight of the world lift from her shoulders. She walked along the stone path, her footsteps gentle and deliberate. The scent of cherry blossoms and the sound of the trickling pond filled her senses. She noticed the koi fish gliding gracefully beneath the water's surface, their colors shimmering like living jewels. Maya sat on the wooden bench beneath the cherry blossom tree, closed her eyes, and took a deep breath. She felt the warmth of the sun on her skin and the soft caress of the breeze. For the first time in a long while, she was not thinking about her to-do list or her career. As the day turned to evening, Hiroshi joined Maya on the bench. He handed her a cup of tea and, without a word, encouraged her to sip and savor it slowly. The tea was delicate, with a hint of jasmine, and it seemed to embody the essence of the garden itself. Maya and Hiroshi sat in silence, sharing the serenity of the moment. No questions were asked, and no answers were needed. In that silence, Maya found a sense of peace that had eluded her for years. She realized that the pursuit of meaning was not always about seeking grand answers. Sometimes, it was about appreciating the beauty of the present moment. With a heart full of gratitude, Maya returned to her fast-paced life, but she carried the memory of Hiroshi's garden with her. It became her refuge, a place where she could retreat from the chaos of the world and find solace in the gentle embrace of silence. And so, the Garden of Silence continued to thrive in the heart of the city, offering a timeless lesson to all who visited. In the midst of life's noise and complexity, the path to inner peace begins with the simple act of listening to the stillness within.